Hi guys, it's Darren here from Crazy BJ Adventure, and I thought I would do a little video for you with an update because I got my COVID jab finally. So I wanted to let you guys know about that and how it wasn't as straightforward as I thought it was going to be, and what happened afterwards, etc. So about 3 weeks ago, the Bulgarian Prime Minister opened up green corridors. Um, Currently, it's election season, and many believe that he did it as like an incentive for votes. So what they did was countrywide is they opened up these green corridors so you could just literally go somewhere and with your residency and get vaccinated. That's what was happening on the Black Sea coast. People were coming in their thousands and they were getting, vaccinated without problem. So that was one day. Then we found out that they were doing this countrywide. So we wanted to, well, I wanted to get mine because I thought it was the right thing to do. So I arranged to go to a place which was an institute, like the Regional Institute of Health or whatever it is. I had heard that two other people had been and went there with no problems. Then I heard that another Englishman had went and he had problems, something to do with his residency card, and they had said to him, we're not doing vaccinating foreigners here because we've had problems with the computer system and the residency. So we had like 2 or 3 other places that we could go to, but the main one that I knew was the clinic. So we decided on a Tuesday to go over because we were told, you can just go over and basically somebody will be there and you just go with your residency, fill in a form. And when we arrived, we found out exactly where the room was, where other people had been vaccinated. And we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and like nobody was in this room. And then finally this woman showed up and we were like, COVID vaccine, and she was like, we haven't got any. So she was like, you'll have to come back next week. And we were like, okay, when? She was like, I don't know. We don't know when we're going to get the vaccine. And then she suggested that we ring and call and make an appointment. So what I did was I got a friend to call and book an appointment for us all for the following week. So we had arranged to go over one day on the following week. So we all went back to the same place, and again we stood there and waited and waited and waited, and then this woman came. She was like, you here for the vaccine? Yes, she says it hasn't come yet, but we're waiting for it. We were like, do we know how long it's going to take? She was like, no. So we waited and waited and waited, and then finally she came back and she was like, the vaccine's not coming today, and also now you've got to register online. So again, that was the second day wasted, and it was like infuriating because when knowing fine well that this other building was giving these vaccinations out to people, but because I was a foreign national, I couldn't get it, really, really, really annoyed me. So we had no option but to leave. So I got this web address and I registered online. Got an appointment for not last Friday, the Friday before, so like mid-March. And that was all set and fine. And then when you register, you put in your details, say where you want to get the vaccine, and then what they'll do is they'll say, what vaccine do you want? And I put no preference. But the main one here that they're doing is the AstraZeneca. And around that time, there was these things going on about AstraZeneca might cause blood clots. And suddenly Bulgaria went, nope, going to block that until we investigate it. So This was, I think, like on the Sunday or the Monday they decided, and they said they were going to have an answer by the Thursday. So the Thursday came, and around the same time we found out that we were going into another lockdown. Um, and they were like, no, we're going to continue the AstraZeneca and we're opening up the appointment scheme. And sure enough, they did. And I got an email the following day saying a new appointment had been made same time, but for the following Friday, which was Friday just gone. So I was kind of still skeptical, but a little bit optimistic at the same time. So Friday came, and my appointment was for 3:20. And around about 11 o'clock in the morning, I had a call from my doctor. Now, I love that here because you have a direct line to your doctor, and you don't have to deal with receptionists or anything like that. You can deal with them directly. And my doctor called me and she was like, Darren, where are you? You're supposed to be getting your COVID vaccine today. And I went, yeah, 3:20. She was like, oh, no, can you come now? The woman's not going to be here. Can you come before 1 o'clock? So I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. So I arranged to go straight over there. So we went, and I told the doctor we were here, and she told me which room to wait by. Next thing, a woman arrived, and I was talking to her in Bulgarian, and it was a really simple process. She gave us a form that needed to be filled in. It needed to be filled in Bulgarian, and although I get by with spoken, but written Bulgarian's different because it's using the Cyrillic alphabet. But fortunately, there was a really helpful lady in reception, and she offered to fill the forms in for us, which was great. And then I got taken into the room, and we just had a bit of a chat. She was like, oh, you work online? And I'm like, yeah, I work online. And she was like, you work for a German company? I went, aha. And we just got talking. And when they gave me the vaccine, I didn't even realise at the time that I was getting the vaccine because I was so busy talking to this lady. And then this other woman was talking to me, and she was like, you might get some pain, and you might get a slight temperature, and if you do, take Nurofen, and if you get a temperature for more than 48 hours, call Dr. Zenkova. And it was only then that I turned and saw the needle that was stuck in my arm. So I was like, oh, all right then. So the process, once it was finally sorted, was really, really quick and easy. And the after effects, I would say that I've had a sore arm, which kind of like started on a Friday night, almost like you've been punched in the arm really, really hard. So like if I stretch my arm like that, it's kind of uncomfortable. It's like a muscular pain. And then on the Saturday I woke up and the pain was a bit more severe, but I was like, that's fine. But oh my God, by 1 o'clock, guys, I felt rough. Like I had definitely must have had a temperature, and I felt really weak and a little bit nauseous and just not generally right. So the other half decided that he needed to go and have a lie down. I just kind of, just got on with things, and then we ate, and then about 8 o'clock last night, I just didn't feel right. I was like, I need to go to bed. So I was lying in bed watching TV with the electric blanket on because we had to put the fire on, and I was fine in front of the fire, but honestly, when I'd gone to bed, my body was just shaking violently. I was so cold and I couldn't control it. And then I went to the bathroom, and then I came back from the bathroom, and again I was really cold. And then, once my body warmed up, like with the electric blanket, and I felt fine. By 10 o'clock I was like, you know what, I'm going to sleep, because I felt so rough. And then I woke up this morning and still have the pain in the arm, but other than that, I feel absolutely fine now. I've got no temperature. I'm not freezing cold. I feel, completely fine. So I'm still glad I got it, but I would definitely say although it doesn't affect everybody, but you might get like similar symptoms to this, which is fine because all it is you're basically putting a weakened strain of the virus into your system so that your antibodies can fight it off, so that in the event if you do contract COVID, you stand a better chance of fighting it off sooner rather than later. So I have to go back for my second one on the 6th of June. But I'm glad I got it. You know, I really am. I feel a lot better. I feel like I've done my bit. And it was needed, you know. So yeah, that was how the process went. So if you live in Bulgaria and you still haven't gone for it and you want to, you know, you need to register online, I'll leave a link in the description. You have to complete it all in Cyrillic, which I just use Google Translate for it. And then you need to put in your residency details, where you want have the virus, have the vaccine, and then what kind of vaccine you want. If you don't put down a preference, the likelihood is you're going to get the AstraZeneca, which is, you know, to me is fine. I think it's that and one other. I think it might be the Pfizer one, but the problem being is with the Pfizer one here is they reserved that for the election staff because it was one of the first ones in, and so they kind of put that aside. But the AstraZeneca is coming in like every other day now, so I think 16,000 doses came in yesterday or the day before. So they're getting it like all the time now, and you know, it's completely up to you whether you choose to get it or not. I just personally wanted to. It's my body and my choice at the end of the day, just as equally as I respect anybody who decides that they don't want to have it. You know, I completely respect that as well. Sadly, unfortunately, when I was putting about this issue on Facebook, somebody that I know that I would have classed as a friend has decided that they no longer want to speak to me because of the decision that I've wanted to take, which is really sad, you know, that they don't want to speak to me because I've made a decision about this for myself and my body. You know, I haven't got any issues with them not taking it, but they've decided, and that's fine, you know, I completely understand and respect that if that's what they want to do. But I just feel better in myself that I've had this now. So that's everything on the side in regards to the COVID jab. I'm going to be recording another video straight after. I don't want to do this right now because it'll make the video too long. But there's some more interesting stuff coming up, which I might post it today, I might post it tomorrow, you know, just to give a little bit of a break. But that's everything from me for now, guys. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope that this can help you to make a more informed decision on whether you want to get the vaccine or not. It's completely, you know, obviously up to yourself. But yeah, I'm not worried. I am not worried at all, especially after having it. So yeah, that's literally everything from me. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall catch up with you again very soon. Until next time, bye for now.